Hi, this is Jodi Smith. I am the president for the board of directors for GRAR, and with me is
Paul Bunce, also director with Jodi on the GRAR board.
Well, Paul is joining me here for our March toolbox. I am trying to share with all of our members a new tool that might be new to you, might not be.
Just let me share my screen here real quick. So one of the tools that I've found, lock that sun. One of the tools that I found is very useful is the easy offer link through DotLoop. So you can see this loop, this is an active loop right now. This one goes live today, listing. And one of the things that everybody knows is there's this easy offer. You can set up easy offer up here on the right, and you can create a folder, and all of the offers, when someone goes to write them through DotLoop, would be able to populate under this tab. What I think is lesser known about this particular function is that when I make this accessible via easy offer, and we set up an easy offer, you can add the seller's disclosure and lead-based paint forms right into this folder. And then when someone goes to write an offer on your listing, they go and type it into DotLoop, and it imports all the data and it links. But as that happens, the seller's disclosure and the lead-based paint form automatically populate into that loop. So it saves you from having to go to the MLS, download those disclosures, upload them back into DotLoop, add the signature fields to them, and get them on. This is a tool that can save everybody money, or everybody time, not money. But time is money, I suppose, in our business. It saves everybody time and allows us to work together a little bit more efficiently in our days.
So Paul, you set this up and you wrote offers. Did that automatically come up with the accessible via easy offer? Did that?
No. So what you do is you go to, as long as you have a listing loop that's open, you have to add a second folder, and whatever that folder, you can call it whatever you want. I named mine offers. So you add folder, you go to set up easy offer.
I see.
And then it allows you to select whichever one that is. And then you would save it. And then it becomes active here. And as long as your listing up here is listed as active, that's the status. You can go pre-listing, private listing, active. It's active, and then you have an active MLS. As soon as you were to write an offer in DotLoop on my listing, these documents here, the inside look, the seller's disclosure, and lead-based paint. This one is utilities and things like that. But you can put any documents you want in this folder, and they will automatically populate into that buyer's loop that you're writing.
Wonderful. I love it. Now, so I'm a buyer, and I have a buyer for I'm representing a buyer, and I have a buyer for your property here. And tell me, I think a lot of people don't know how to get to your specific loop to be sure that they're not duplicating another loop.
Yeah. So when you're in the loop and you go to write, and you can pull it up via MLS number, property address, and when you would type it in, it would show up and it would say listed by Paul Bunce. It would also have the MLS number attached to it. And along with that, once you actually click on it and click continue, it'll ask you to import data. And that does save everybody time. I think most people do that when they're writing an offer in DotLoop. But this is just one little extra feature that allows us to help each other save a little bit of time and make those documents easily available to other agents that are out there.
Yeah, I love that. With this market right now, and you're getting possibly more than 2-3 offers, I find that it can be a DotLoop nightmare when you get more than a couple of offers. And I might have 2 or 3 loops with my address of my listing, and I'm trying to organize. And what I find very interesting is everybody has purchase agreement. What I've been trying to do is label that purchase agreement with the buyer's agent's name. So that way I keep track of which agent and which offer, because the client's name isn't going to mean anything to me. So that's just another trick I do. That way, when Paul receives an offer from me and it says purchase agreement, and it has my name behind it, it's like it can show up better on your DotLoop.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the flaws, I guess, with this particular easy offer is if you do submit an offer through this folder, then all of the offers would populate here, and they may all just say purchase agreement, right? And
Yep.
you have no idea which agent they're tied to until you were to go into those or print them off and look at them that way. So that's definitely a great idea. Make sure everybody identifies who they are so that it's easy to know whose purchase agreement is from who.
I think it's really helpful. Do you want to just show real quick, I think some people don't know how to rename a file. Do you mind just showing that? I'm putting you on the spot a little bit here, Paul. You weren't prepared for that, but
How to rename
how to
like
rename like if you were
a
saying
document.
seller, yeah, how to rename a document.
Oh, so you just go
DotLoop.
on the right here and you could just click rename. And if it was a purchase agreement, you would just say purchase agreement, Paul Bunce.
Great.
And then Jodi would know when it hits her loop that's who it belongs to.
I think all of these things are just so helpful. And we are going to be sharing this in our newsletter and hopefully on Facebook. And I really want to encourage our members to share anything that they know is a trick or tool for using DotLoop. Let's help each other out. And I mean, it really does. It saves time and it saves money. And it also can save us from making a big mistake. You know,
yeah.
Like forgetting that somebody's offer is in there. That it's a tough one. I mean, if you're getting over 5-6 offers, it can get confusing really quickly, especially if you have 2 Pauls or 2 Jodis. You're like, oh boy, which offer am I talking about? Again, I wanted you to get to know the board of directors, and if you have any questions with anything that's going on with GRAR, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of our directors.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jodi. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Thank you.